Nearly every Wednesday at Haywood Street, I'm asked what's on the menu, and people are hoping that I'm going to say Miss Mary's Meatloaf. It's far and away the most popular meal here, even though we've been so blessed with so many luminaries in the culinary community. There's something maternal about the way she meticulously makes this meal by hand for days and days on end before Wednesdays to get ready. And if you're crawling out of a tent, you've come out of the hospital, you don't have a place to call home, there's something about her meatloaf that makes you feel loved. I assume all of you all are gathered around a plate of Miss Mary's Meatloaf too in your homes, and as you are, before you bless this meal and share it with people you love, I hope you'll enjoy the rest of this video.
You got to get somebody to crush them for you, because I can't get them crushed right now. There's no meal crackers to be had. Yeah. So you'll have to get somebody to crush them up. That's all you need for your meatloaf.
Well, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back.
That's the way I feel when I go back down there. Right back in the war zone.
Tracy.
Yeah. Y'all met Jenny on?
I think we were introduced when we came, but
Briefly
the
met.
refresher is great.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, no, I saw the old one was really nice mouth, and then I was like, I gotta tell my girl, I just saw that. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, like I done did some eggs before. Yeah. Well, no, split a can. Let me see, because I have to tell by the consistency. Okay. That's good for right now. I don't know nothing about this.
It's an exact science.
Oh, it's a blessing, a joy, a blessing, and I enjoy being here, and I enjoy making the meatloaf. It's gonna be a lot of happy souls tomorrow. Time to get jiggy with it.
Lots of meatloaf. Mary's meatloaf. Look at all this meatloaf. It'll all be gone tomorrow.
Man, it just feels great to be back here at Haywood, with the whole gang, Miss Mary and David and everybody else. It was tough not seeing folks for so long, or just being able to drop off food and say hi, and that was it. So good to be back here in the kitchen and actually working together and making a little magic happen with Miss Mary's Meatloaf. Can't wait to try some.
But yeah, Nutter Butters will be the crust. That is the key to this particular version of a peanut butter pie. All right. Sorry. I'm just going to put my hand on.
I think that we first came on board at Haywood Street, it was probably about 4 years ago. I think so, maybe in 2018. We've always wanted to find a way to give back and to be a bigger part of the community and helping with the lack of food resources in certain areas, or food insecurity, that kind of thing. It is also recommended that you double check the chocolate and make sure that it's edible for human consumption. I mean, we're not trying to kill anybody, so, we gotta go get some, and we can't. You gotta be careful with this. This is dangerous stuff. I think we're okay. I guess it feels weird to be talking about our involvement as being anything special, because I see what David and Mary and all the other folks over at Welcome Table do every single week, and what we do is just a really small part of that. It's great to be a small part of it, but those guys are the real heroes.
Just pop right off.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then you can just kind of trim off your edges as you want, but like I said, rustic but tasty.
Trim and eat.
Yeah.
Trim and taste, right?
So since Wicked Weeds started in the winter of 2012, giving back to the community has been really important, and Haywood Street was an early partner. A lot of that goes back to some of the philanthropic values of serving the community of our founders, and the relationship just really started to kind of grow and thrive. So Haywood Street's Welcome Table program really first caught our eye and the eye of our founder, Rick Guthrie, early on, and it became a quick favorite of our staff. So not only making sure that everyone can have a meal, but share a meal is something that really struck a chord with our entire team. Miss Mary's Meatloaf has been something, a longtime favorite of Rick Guthrie's for a long time. He lights up if you mention it. So this event is something that I think he and a lot of folks in our area look forward to every year. I think there's visible excitement amongst our team when downtown welcome table events are coming up, and I think a lot of that goes back to a number of reasons. One, it gives a chance for our back of house team and our marketing teams and folks from all different aspects of the company to really get involved with their neighbors and in the community. It's not something maybe they see every day behind closed doors and the ins and outs of the business. And so this is really one of the best ways for them to get to meet their neighbors in need and really just break bread.
So I started at Katy Restaurants in 2018, and at that time, I think that the restaurant group had been working with Haywood Street for almost 5 years. I believe it started as an idea in 2013, and then possibly the first services in 2014. So I came in and everybody else knew what was going on, and it was a really amazing thing to see just how tirelessly everybody would work to make it happen, come in on their day off and just pile in and cook some delicious food. For this event and for these meals, our pastry chef, Andrew Bowie, is producing a burnt Basque-style cheesecake. It's been really popular lately in the food media and different things like that, but it's a Spanish-style cheesecake from the Basque country, and it's made a little bit differently than a classical cheesecake. You want a nice and toasty brown top and a really delightfully light and creamy center, and it's something that most folks haven't seen or tasted before, but is really special and delicious. Food is a really beautiful way to support the community, but Haywood Street does it differently. They don't just give food, they give an experience, they give integrity, and that's one of the core values at Katy Restaurants is integrity in the way we operate, and to be able to give somebody else that's so well deserved and let them experience real plates and a white tablecloth and service gives us value, and we'll be there as long as Haywood Street if we can.
Here, let's switch to this one. Actually, this is. Oh, it's not great.
It's going really good. It's been a lot of fun learning the process that Miss Mary does, and also getting to work alongside everybody.
It's an old recipe
Yeah, we've been really good at it.
that was brought down to me I put onions, crackers, peppers, celery, eggs, tomato sauce, and then I pat it out and I put ketchup on the top once it come out the oven.
Downtown Welcome Table was started at the inception of Haywood Street. It started out with a crock pot in the middle of the sanctuary and just sort of migrated into what it is today. And but it's a scriptural, based on the scripture in Luke about you put on a feast fit for a king and invite the whole community. That's part of it. But the primary purpose of the Downtown Welcome Table is to restore dignity. And it's not really about the food, it is about relationships. And that's what I think has been so rewarding to me, is I know that I'm gonna be in a relationship with people, meet new people. It's open to the entire community. And we try to put on a 5-star meal here. Right now we're putting it in the box because of the situation being like it is, but normally there would be white tablecloths and flowers and East Fork pottery, and all designed, of course, to be in relationship with the community and restore dignity to the undignified. And that's our primary purpose.
Oh man, the meatloaf, the mashed potatoes, the macaroni and cheese, the green beans. I'm telling you, let me make a long story short. Anytime Brother James eat and he don't use no salt and pepper, it's 100%.
Oh, it's a blessing. It just fills my soul that somebody won't go hungry today.
From the beginning at Haywood Street, one thing has always happened when we worship together, and that is we have an offering. And that may seem strange for a church that primarily welcomes folks without housing, but the intention is clear, and that is that God has gifted us all with something that the world needs. Some people come up during the offering and give a testimony, some a song, some a dance. I've literally seen people offer a packet of seeds and put that in the basket. Whatever it is you have to offer, it matters. For those of you that want to make an offering financially, please know that that matters too. Haywood Street is distinctive in that we know we could serve a meal that's rice and beans and stale bread, and that would be far cheaper. But for those of you that have the means and feel led to give financially, what you're giving to is a plate of dignity, a meal of sacred worth. You're communicating something about the goodness of somebody else through a knife and a fork, a plate of food that says, I care about you. So I invite you to give, and give generously. Thank you.